In this podcast, I like to invite you into exploring different dualities that we are experiencing in the world right now, astrologically, within ourselves. And the reason why I want to do that is because I went through that the last week. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it. We went through COVID, the whole family. I have to say, symptoms have been mild. First few days were intense, but the rest was doable. But it forced me to take a break and also to make a few decisions that were a little bit hard. But I think in the long run, it definitely benefits me and my business. And I want to take you along and show you why it is important right now in the phase that we're in that we dare to make decisions that feel scary but are very, very needed. From an astrological standpoint, we are really in the moment of rebirth. Actually, the moment before rebirth. Collectively, we are going through such a deep transformation and we don't know exactly where it's going. And I'm not talking about the smaller cycles. In astrology, we can see different cycles. We have the moon cycle, which is the shortest one, which takes a month. And then obviously we have the bigger cycles. The sun takes about 365 days to go around. So each time we see things from a different perspective and a different level. We also have planets that take decades to come to its completion. And the reason why this is important is there are a few cycles that are in the middle of coming to completion. For instance, Pluto is at its last degrees of Capricorn. It will move into Aquarius next year. It will dip back into it in 2024. It will go permanently in Aquarius. So we're really in the season of wrapping things up. And I don't think I've ever seen so many business owners making really bold decisions of stopping things, of going into a different direction. And I want to invite you to start reflecting on some big topics in your life. Because we are in a phase of the rebirth, but we're not rebirthing actual yet. We're not being born yet. This is the sticky, mucky unknown, and that feels uncomfortable. And the only thing that we want to do is just skip that and go straight to what feels comfortable. The patriarchy has taught us that pain is wrong. Pain needs to be avoided. And that we need to make decisions based on that. What astrology gives us is the ability to understand the pain and the suffering that we're going through, to put it in a context, and to work with the pain. Because we all know if we ignore a wound that we have on our finger, it's only going to get worse. It's the same with emotional pain, with mental pain, with trauma. If we ignore it, we can't move through. We get stuck. What I see with a lot of business owners and with my clients is very old pain and trauma is starting to show up right now. And that is preventing them from taking that deeper level in their business. They know how to run a successful business. They know exactly what they need, what they do. And yet there is this past pain that keeps tripping them up. Once they start to understand the cycles that they're working with, you start to see the pattern and you start to be able to work with it actively. So instead of facing a breakdown and be like, oh, wait, yep, I could have seen this coming. And to be clear, we can never completely eliminate breakdowns because that's life and we cannot control things. We can just control the way we respond to it. But there are things that can be prevented. Because I got sick, I had to postpone quite a lot of projects. And that's not fun at all. Especially because some of them I've been working on for a while. And at the same time, I knew that because it couldn't be completed in this cycle, I need to wait. If I push and make them work in the next few weeks, it wouldn't be in my best interest. The project wouldn't go as well as I hoped. And then everything kind of collapses from there. So instead of forcing yourself to do something in a phase that you're in and you feel like you cannot get it done, don't push yourself to finish it, because that's not going to work. Understanding the phase that we're in collectively, where we are reshaping reality, is so important. But there is a tipping point. There is a point where we become numb. There's so much going on in the world. There's so much pain. There's so much trauma that when it feels too much, we want to numb out. And that's where I want you to stop yourself. I want you to realize when you are at that tipping point where you feel like you are going down, take a moment to sit or stand. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel yourself becoming present. Know that you are here right now. And that can already be so healing if we allow ourselves to do that. If we allow ourselves to feel the pain that we're feeling. And numbing out is something that society has accepted, which is normal. We come home and we watch TV. We are on our phones all the time. We binge eat. We drink. And that becomes normal. And even if you don't do this on a regular basis, it will be interesting to observe yourself and see, hey, wait a minute. Am I doing this because I desire it? Or is it because I want to stop feeling? Or I want to stop experiencing this? Give yourself that moment before you go into it, especially because we are in Pisces season. We have Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. The energy is only going to increase. Give yourself the grace and the awareness to see when you are numbing out. Interestingly, the conversations that I've been having on Instagram lately have revolved a lot around not acknowledging this side of Pisces. People who are saying like, no, I don't feel this. This is not the energy that I'm experiencing right now. And then when ask a question and we go deeper, they go, oh, wait, yes, that is what I'm experiencing. That is what I'm doing. That is what I'm feeling. I want you to become aware of this sense of, it feels very unknown. We are in uncharted territory right now. And that is actually like the excitement. Not knowing where it's going, not knowing where it will bring you, but the excitement of knowing, okay, this is exactly where we are, where you are in your business. And at the same time, not knowing exactly, it's actually feeling exactly where you're meant to be. And that is so important. This was something that came up while I was recording the Cosmic Reflections for my private podcast, where we reflect every single week. On the week, I give the people who are in the podcast, I give them tools on how to work with this and how to go deeper. So if you're listening and like, oh, I'm really feeling this intensity, you can go to patriciapanassi.com/ Cosmic. And you can read more about this private podcast where you get a weekly forecast, a forecast episode, as well as a written forecast in your inbox on Sunday where you can prepare ahead for the week. I give you tools and ways of how to work with this energy. And at the end of the week, we reflect on the week, see which open loops are left, and then it helps you to set the stage again for the week ahead. And the reason why I'm launching this and promoting this right now is because March is going to be an interesting roller coaster. I would say April even more so. So I want you to be prepared. And as you know, I do short episodes, 5 minutes to 10 minutes max, so you can quickly tune in, get all the information that you need, and then be on your way again. If you want a teaser of one of those forecasts, you can scroll down a little bit to the older episodes where you can get a taste of what a forecast looks and sounds like, and I would love to have you there. Also, we have monthly Q&As where I answer any of the questions that you have related to the astrology or your own chart and your business, because I am committed to helping you understand yourself and your business better. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and I wish you a beautiful day.